Okay, sorry about that. I had a phone call. I ended my last video a bit earlier than what I wanted, so this one's going to be about 20 minutes. And then I'm probably going to end up doing 5 in this session. Probably extend the session a little bit. It's now just gone 10 o'clock, so I think I'll look to maybe stop at about half 11 just to give a good number of videos and maybe to get going in the next location where you travel to. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do all of this in... Well, actually, no. That is quite a long way off. Well, we'll see how we go. I aim to maybe I know we have to go to the museum and do that bit. Moffasson and do that bit. That's a long bit. Moffasson, a lot of talking, and then there's even more talking when you get to where you need to go. So we can't do the museum bit yet, but let's continue and see what happens.
I'd better get back to the quest. Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini, the assassins.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
Okay, so let's ask him.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah. Not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. What do you make of this ID card?
Nothing.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
What do you make of this tool?
Interesting. Where did you get it?
From a dig in Paris.
Vraiment? I didn't realize there were any excavations in progress in the city.
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No,
What does this tissue mean to you?
nothing.
Take a look at this nose, Lobineau.
It really doesn't interest me, Georgie.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre.
Not now, Georgie.
Do you recognize this white powder, Andre?
No,
Okay, so
Thanks for your help, Andre.
you're welcome.
let's go and see if we can actually ask Nico if he can come round. I think you can ask her. I don't normally do it, but I want to go to the police station first.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
That is not a good idea. No way. See you later, Sergeant.
Hello, George.
Okay, so clearly
I'd better get back to the
you can't
quest.
do anything, which is a bit silly because you normally are able to go and ask her stuff. But we better go and do Moths on, as we can't do the museum croon.
I once read a list of low-stress jobs. It didn't include police work. Obviously, this guy hadn't read the same list.
Okay, so obviously we can't do this bit yet because there's no. You come back here later, I think.
In the middle of the square was a manhole. I wondered if there might be something relevant beneath street level.
Hey, you! What do you think you are doing? Leave that cover alone. Now,
Sorry, no harm intended.
you stay away from that.
In French, English, and German it read, in 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the knightly order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine.
Let's go to the church.
A row of old pews, beautifully
This bit's
carved
funny.
and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies. Whoa! I didn't have time to sit around. A knight, there in the company of his fellows. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess. A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well. On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout. A stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work. A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4. I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
There are points where he does say some absolutely funny stuff about everything. Just if you examine stuff, you'll see what I mean. But the original, he tends to say more funny stuff. But I can't remember how you do the bit at the museum croon. I don't know if you just go in the cabinet. So I'm going to try that and see. But let's talk to this guy first.
Excuse me, officer. What do you think of this?
A blood pressure sleeve.
Would you like to shake? I stopped myself barely in time. Electrocuting a cop would not have been smart. They'd rebuild the Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away the key. Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Yeah, but I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
An excellent question, monsieur.
Oh, I've just realised something.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Okay, so we clearly have to do this bit, so I'm going to save it on my top save up here, and then I'm going to save it again, because normally the guard says that we're late. So, this bit's pretty funny, so should be fun to do.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
This is one of my favourite bits in the game.
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flash!
Oh, they fucking edited that bit out.
What the... Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Oh, that's crap. Normally it falls and breaks the cabinet.
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor Georges.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
You mean it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there? No. Hey, Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
Oh, crap.
That is
Why
not
can't you
a
talk to
good
her about
idea.
it? It's only the bloody tripod. Okay, let's go.
I'd better get back to the quest.
Yeah, I'm going to do this for another couple of minutes. No, don't want to go there. Just going to do... One of the diggers back. Oh, no, he's not. It's a shame.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Oh, you still have to say the same bloody stuff.
That is not a good idea.
Okay, so... The police
See you
are
later,
clearly
Sergeant.
useless now. They've gone beyond their... No, wrong place again. They've gone beyond their usefulness. We want to go to Museum Kroon.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you recognize this tripod?
It is vaguely familiar.
I should think it is.
Very similar to the one which we used to have here at the museum. In fact,
That's what I thought.
but this is obviously a poor copy.
Right.
Pretty funny.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician.
I think we've
But
heard
he
this
also
already, so I'm just
doubled
going to
as the
skip it.
village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. The bottom row of the chart was,
Why don't you start over?
you know, do you think?
At your age? Dream on. Thanks for your help. Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah. Not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. This friend who has the manuscript,
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
she lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
Okay, so ask about the tripod. Oh, you can't. He just goes, oh no.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Alright, so let's go and do Motherson now. And I'm going to end this video here and we'll come back in the next video of the session. So, I'll be right back.